American Horror Story is a good show.
I disagree. Although to be
fair,
I don't like.
I've seen the first few seasons, and actually, I didn't even start watching until Apocalypse.
I don't like anthologies though, so that's. I'm sure it's a fine show. It's just not. It's not the kind of
Apocalypse is fantastic.
It's not the kind of shows I'm into. I like long-term character building.
Well, see, I've only watched Apocalypse and the 80s, not teens, but the 80s horror films ones, where like basically like people are dying in a camp and they can't figure out why. But seriously, like those 2 seasons, awesome. The rest, I tried to watch them. Good.
Well, but that's why I don't like Black Mirror. Like,
is that what the similar?
It's Black Mirror is even anthology episodes, so they're not even seasons. Which I mean, I've watched it.
They change it up by every.
It's
episode?
A different story in every episode. Yeah,
that's like Twilight Zone or.
Black Mirror is essentially a 21st century Twilight Zone.
What's the other one?
I think.
Outer Limits.
And Tales from the Crypt was similar.
Oh yeah. Those were all good shows. So.
Yeah, but they're not the kinds of shows that
so they were good.
Well, right, broadcast television is much friendlier to an anthology show than the streaming climate today, because now you can watch an entire season of a show in a couple of days, whereas then you had to wait a week. So,
it's like, listen, I love it. I love how we're able to get our content like this, but at the same time, I hate it.
Well, it's changed the way they write stories, which. It's benefited me because now they're much less afraid to tell long-term, like, multi-season story arcs. Because I'd say the first broadcast show to really take that leap, to really dive in and not have, it wasn't uncommon to have, 2 or 3 episode story arcs where that was one story, but then the next one after that would be Breaking Bad, I think, was the first, mainstream broadcast television show to go in that direction.
That is a great show.
Well, and thankfully Vince Gilligan is such a genius that he pulled it off. But TV shows were very afraid to do that because, I've said it on record, Star Trek Deep Space Nine is my favorite series because that's what they do. But again, it's not like episode 1 is tied to the I guess that's a bad example. Episode 3 from season 1 doesn't tie directly into an episode in season 4 like Breaking Bad does. But Fox was very, very skeptical of Star Trek Deep Space Nine because they said, no, we want to tell dark, long-term linear stories. And they were like, this is Star Trek, though. But they made it work, and it's the best series. Fight me.